Dogface here. Today we're going to finish up the YouTube light. The purpose of this little project is to make a light so that the family knows when I'm recording, so they can be quiet. Living in a house with other people, sometimes they don't know you're recording. So this light will allow me to do that. The way it's going to work is I'm using the guts out of an old 20-year-old remote control garage door opener. It's actually in my house. And when I replaced it, I saved the bits and bops out of it because there's a lot of good usable parts. So this is the controller, this is the remote for it. The other places parts came from, these relays were just in a electronic doodad I bought at the Goodwill. I opened it up and just salvaged parts out of it. The Nano, of course, is something you buy online. And so these parts, and then there's a couple of relays and LEDs, just there's not a big part count in this, but all together I'm probably going to be into this light, maybe $10-ish. It's hard to say. And then it's going to go into this old DVD box from back in the day when DVDs were a thing. And then I'll be able to put that out, and when the family is in the house and I'm going to record, all I need to do is push the remote control and it'll bring up a light. If they are being chatty and I want to get their attention and say, hey, really, you need to be quiet, I can actually change the pattern by pushing these alternate buttons, and we can get all the different patterns out of this cop light. So that's where all this stuff came from, and now we've got to get all of this onto that. Something I haven't seen too much of on YouTube is positioning things on these project boards so that you can move your project from prototype into something a little more permanent. And so I've got a Nano sitting on top of there, and I'm just looking at all the parts I need. I've got 7 connections that are going to feed, so outside, so power, the cop light, and the remote control. There's 7 different wires that need to be connected. And then this relay needs to fit on here. There's actually 2 of them. And if I put that relay on there, then and I flip it over here, I can see that space is going to be tight because I still need room for the diodes and resistors and all of that, and I can probably jam it all in there. And then we've got these external headers. So I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to use this one. Just a little bit bigger, and a couple of rows either direction I think is going to make all the difference. So there's the size. All right, we got some amazing fast forwarding going on here. Here's the finished product. I've got the 2 power leads coming out of these blocks. This is the input into the receiver. I've got the Nano. I've added, or they were always there, the LEDs. These are just for troubleshooting. Got down inside here a little diode to protect against inductive spiking, so when the coil in here goes up and down, we don't shoot high voltage spikes to the Nano. The back side, it's a little less clean, but anyway, those are all the jumper wires that need to connect back and forth in order to make it work, and work it does. The only change I had to make to the receiver side, I put this bodge wire in to change the circuitry just a bit so that the signal actually flows out of the same wire as before. cut the trace and then just bodge this wire in there to take that out. So that's what the electronics looks like. Next step is creating the box. So here's our box that the flasher is going to go on. I'm going to put the cop light up here on the top of the box like that. I'm going to drill some holes so the cord will go into it. Before, last time you saw this box, the interior was full of the CD holders. They were just sewn in, so I took a sharp knife and cut them out. And then the other thing this needs is a way to connect power. So I'm going to use this little Phoenix connector I salvaged from another board, and so that will be our power input. I'm going to put that on the side. So first step, let's drill a hole for the cord on the cop light. YouTube light is done. There it is. You can see I've got the control in here and my circuit panel. I coiled the cop light wire up just in case I decide I want to reuse that. And I've got the outside plug in, you can see. So now when I turn it on, you can see, and I don't think you can see, well there, look, you can see the light in my, reflecting in my hands. And what's cool about this is when I don't want to use it, everything just fits inside the box. So now, close the box, all good, it's all closed, and everything I need is right here. Now when I want to get it out, take the power supply and plug the power supply in, and goes in the hole. And now I'm recording. Everybody be quiet. I'm not recording. Excellent, excellent. So I'm really happy with how this has turned out. I think the important thing about this is not, this wasn't a how-to, because obviously the stuff in your junk bin is going to be different than the stuff in my junk bin. But look at the stuff in your junk bin and see what's there and see what you can do to make new stuff out of that stuff. Repurpose it and reuse it and have fun while you're doing it. I really enjoy doing this sort of thing. Oh, wait a minute. I'm recording. This should be on. Yay, problem. All right, problem fixed. Routed the wire up and around by the Arduino, and when the lid is closed it wasn't working, so I rerouted the antenna to come down here, and now it works. Okay, so now finish. Yes, I'm recording, so I should turn on the light. Yay! And now, oh my gosh, will you guys cool it? I'm trying to record. Now we can just, really, seriously, I'm trying to record. And, yep, okay. It works perfectly. And if you like this, please record. Please record. In my brain, I'm recording. Please like, subscribe. In today's YouTube world, subscriptions are everything. So if you don't do anything else, mash that subscription button. And also, go look in your junk bin. Go make something cool with the stuff that's in your bin. And until the next video, y'all have a nice day.